So the first filling I'm gonna work on is my apple pie filling. And I'm actually gonna turn these into apple pie bars rather than just classic apple pie, because I wanna show you as many sort of versatile options as possible. So what I have here are about 8 to 10 cups of sliced apples. The apples are sliced about 3/8 of an inch thick. And the important thing here to use is a baking apple, not an eating apple. So for instance, like a red delicious or a golden delicious, I love eating those apples, but they don't really work in a pie because they don't have the structure, and honestly, they're too sweet. So they lose their depth, they taste kind of meh, and then the texture also gets a little mushy. It doesn't maintain that sort of apple bite to it. I then have a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 cup white sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of heavy cream, 1/4 cup all-purpose flour, and this is to actually bind everything together. So you know when you take a slice of apple pie, if it like immediately becomes soup, that typically means that they didn't put anything binding in there. So this is where the flour comes in. Cornstarch works also. I then have about like a 1/2 teaspoon-ish of cinnamon. I then have a little over 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and this is just to add a little bit of acid, but it also maintains the color of the apples. So first I'm just gonna take the apples and put them in a larger bowl. Next, I'm gonna add each of the sugars, the flour, the cinnamon, and then I'm just gonna drizzle on the lemon juice and the heavy whipping cream. And you can use a spoon, but honestly, I just like to use my hands, it's easier. So I'm just gonna gently sort of rotate the apples until they're evenly coated. And the filling's done. I mean, you can see it basically dissolved immediately, everything's soaked in. So this looks great. I'm gonna go wash my hands and get started on the other 2 fillings before we finish up the pies.